Dobrý den, good morning from Prague. Let's hop on a tram or the metro and visit some of the best places Prague has to offer. Meet Charles IV, the most celebrated Czech king and emperor. He was basically planning the future of Prague tourism back in 1357, when he laid the foundation stone of this bridge. Today, it bears his name and is far more than just a way to cross the Vltava river. It is quite literally the stone chronicle of Prague, and a great place to start your Prague adventure. While Charles IV used to ride home on a horse, today's ruler of the Czech Republic would probably rather take a tram. Even though times have definitely changed, with Czechs trading crowns for suits and kings for presidents, one thing has remained. Our leaders still share the exact same rental address. Welcome to Prague Castle. This is the largest ancient castle complex on Earth. For over 1,000 years, it's been the seat of Czech kings, emperors, and yes, today's presidents. The star of the show here is St. Vitus Cathedral, a Gothic masterpiece that took nearly 600 years to finish. And I bet you'll never guess who laid its foundation stone. Yep, you guessed it right. Our old friend Charles IV. Crossing one of the many bridges back to the other side of the Vltava River, we head over to Old Town Square, which hides another legendary landmark, the astronomical clock, or Orloj as we call it. While it missed tracking time for Charles IV by just a hair, it was built in 1410 during the reign of his son, Václav IV. From the tower above, you can look out over Old Town Square itself, which has been the beating heart of Prague since the 11th century. It's basically a living architecture museum, showing you how the city grew over 1,000 years. But let's give a bit more of our earthly time to the oldest operating astronomical clock in the world. Alongside the regular time, it quietly tracks the sun, the moon, and even ancient Babylonian time. It comes alive every hour as the 12 apostles greet the watching crowds from the windows on their journey through eternity. From Old Town Square, let's move just a short distance away to a plaza dominated by a massive statue of Václav. But pay close attention, this isn't the son of Charles IV, but a completely different Václav, the first in the row of Václavs on the Czech throne. Even so, Charles IV still left his mark here. He founded this entire area as the Horse Market. Today, it's known as Wenceslas Square or Václavské náměstí, and it has been a silent witness to every major turning point in modern Czech history, from the birth of Czechoslovakia in 1918 to the Velvet Revolution of 1989. As Prague locals say, you can arrange a meetup under the tail and then head straight into the majestic National Museum, which quite literally has sent Václavs back.
Jestli nejsi vážně proti, podej mi ruku a projdem Václavák.
Just a short walk from Old Town Square, you can visit the historic Jewish quarter Josefov. Its centerpiece is the old Jewish cemetery. The oldest gravestone here dates back to 1439. Because the community was never allowed to expand its boundaries, they had to bury their dead on top of each other for centuries, resulting in up to 10 layers of graves resting beneath the chaotic, overlapping headstones. Aside from the historic cemetery, you can also admire several stunning synagogues scattered throughout the quarter. And who knows, maybe you'll even catch a glimpse of the legendary Golem, hiding in one of them. Like the famous Jewish writer Franz Kafka, let's look over Prague from up high to choose our next path. Our first high point is Vítkov Hill, where you're greeted by Jan Žižka of Trocnov, a legendary one-eyed Hussite general who never lost a single battle. Right on this hill in 1420, he successfully defended Prague against the massive Crusader army of King Sigismund. Directly behind his statue sits the national monument built in the 1930s to honor Czechoslovak legionnaires. Today, it serves as a powerful symbol of Czech statehood. From the Prague Metronome, you'll find one of the most iconic views of Prague's bridges lining the Vltava River. During the communist era, this exact spot was home to the world's largest monument to Joseph Stalin. Today, the giant swinging metronome stands in its place, symbolizing the relentless passage of time. For our final viewpoint, we head up to Petřín Lookout Tower. Because it stands on a high hill, its top actually sits at a higher altitude above sea level than the Eiffel Tower, giving you the ultimate panoramic view of the city. From the top of Petřín Tower, you can also spot the nearby Strahov Monastery. But since all these high viewpoints made Franz Kafka's head spin, let's hop on another tram and head to the monastery's stunning historic library to find some inspiration for where to go next. Dating back to 1143, Strahov Monastery houses one of the most breathtaking libraries in the world. Stepping inside its grand baroque halls, filled with over 200,000 historic books and magnificent ceiling frescoes, feels like walking straight onto a movie set. Leaving ancient history behind, let's head to where Prague's modern heart beats, the Náplavka Riverbank. We kick off our walk at the stunning National Theatre, easily recognized by its glowing golden roof. Built through public donations from ordinary citizens, it stands as a proud symbol of Czech culture. Continuing south along the Vltava River, we reach Mánes Gallery, a sleek 1930s functionalist landmark sitting right beside a historic 16th century water tower. Named after painter Josef Mánes, it's a legendary hub for artists and art lovers alike. Just a short walk further stands the dancing house, looking like two dancers frozen in motion. From here, we step right down onto the riverbank itself, Náplavka. This lively promenade is where locals love to grab a drink, watch the swans, and if you're lucky enough, maybe even spot a mythical Czech water goblin, vodník.
Nikdo nám tam neleze.
It's the perfect place to enjoy a relaxing walk, take in the vibrant energy, and head all the way to the foot of Vyšehrad. Climbing up from the riverbank, we reach this historic fortress steeped in Czech legends. At its heart stands the stunning Basilica of Saints Peter and Paul. Maybe it's just a coincidence or some prophetic foresight from our ancestors, but it happens to share both names with the current Czech president, Petr Pavel. Right beside the basilica lies the peaceful Vyšehrad Cemetery, the final resting place of the nation's greatest figures. Among them is composer Bedřich Smetana. Astonishingly, he composed his masterpiece, the majestic symphonic cycle Má vlast, which you've been listening to in the background this whole time, after becoming completely deaf. After paying your respects, you can take a peaceful stroll through the surrounding park and step onto the ancient fortress walls for one last, breathtaking view of the river from above. And finally, we wrap up at Prague's main railway station, a magnificent architectural gem in its own right. It's the perfect place to bid farewell to the city or hop on a quick train to nearby Karlštejn Castle, founded by none other than Emperor Charles IV.
Konečná zastávka, prosíme, vystupte.